Hello guys, today we will create a footed platter. This kind, really a free form with little feet. We start with drawing an outline. So I drew it on a foam board, and then I put a pergament on top of it. Don't draw on a pergament paper itself, because when you put the resin on top, it does transfer. So just put it on top of your drawing. Hello kitty. Yeah, every time I do something on the floor, my cats decide that they have to come in and check it out. So you use silicone, 100% silicone. Just make sure it is 100% silicone, because there's some stuff that is not. It's partially silicone, and then your resin is not gonna come out. And just do a free, like you do a free form geode. You just put silicone on top and build it up as high as you need it to go. And as you can see, I switched because I couldn't get the silicone to flow, so I switched to the smaller one that I have. And you go around, and then you take a little warm soapy water and just smooth it out a bit. It's still gonna be, even though I smoothed it out, it still wasn't smooth enough, and then I had to sand it down on the sides, but just try as best as you can and make sure it's pretty much taller. And now we're ready to pour. So this first layer that I have, I decided to make sort of like iridescent white. I used some pigments from Just For You Online UK. This is their white and their chameleon blue, I believe. I'll put down all the descriptions in the description, all the names of what I used. And then I put a little gold. Well, you have to spread it around first. Make sure that it covers everything. And sometimes you will see later that there's some sort of bold patches. Don't worry about it. When you do the second layer, they all are gonna get covered. And then just a little gold. This is general geo technique, so to speak. So I put on gold, I put on different colors. The middle is very sparkly, darker blue. I put in the darker blue pigment, and then I added some glitter, so it does the sparkle. And once you put everything in, you can leave it as is, so it just spreads it on its own. I did a spread with my fan, and I used the fan instead of the heating gun. And this is the second layer. I left it for a night, so next morning it was pretty much dry. So I decided to put a second layer in. I thought about doing the clear one, but it was kind of boring at this point, to tell the truth. So I decided to go with a little color. So I put in a little blue, and then a little, to spread it around a bit. This is another heat gun that I have. It's not very good, to tell the truth. I need a new one, but I'm using fan for now. So I put in a little blue, a little clear, and gold on top. This gold is from AGA Studio, so when you heat it up, it kind of raises to the top, and some of it sinks to the bottom, so it creates this 3D effect. Really pretty one. But with the colors, you can use anything that you want. And on top, I put in some clear with some Backfist glitter. And the beauty of this glitter is that it doesn't sink. It kind of just stays on top of it. So even if you put it on the, in the wet resin, it's still going to be on top. It's not going to sink to the bottom, and it's still going to sparkle. And then just leave it be until it's dry. So we can see that it's really dry, it's really firm, and we can start demolding it. Just remember one thing, I mean, it's a thin layer. It's 2 layers, but it's still thin. So it's gonna be hard, and it's gonna be, you'll be able to manipulate it, but still make sure that you let it rest for a few days, because it can sink, it can bend a little bit, and you don't want it to deform. So just demold as you usually would from any silicone mold. And as you can see, it's still bendy, sort of, see? So I put it on something flat, and then I put something heavy on top of it for a while, for about a day, so it's completely flat. The back is a little deformed. I guess I had some on my board. I had a little wrinkles. You can fix them by putting clear coat on top of it. I decided not to. I like little imperfections in pretty much everything. Kind of adds character. So here are the feet that I have for it. In my previous video, I did some round ones, but if you've seen it, there were some sort of diamond ones in the background. It's a mold that I have, and I'll put in description what kind of mold it is. And as you remember, those are the little ping pong balls that I did. And I'm just trying to decide which would be the better ones for this. So I have 3 choices: the balls and 2 diamonds, the clear sparkly one, which is just a clear resin with glitter, this one, and then this one is blue with glitter. And at the end, I really decided to go with the blue with the glitter one. It just looked better on this. The balls looked good as well, but I just wasn't sure. So just leave it be for a little while. I took it down, I sanded it, the sides, I sanded it down, and then I put gold leaf on it to finish it up. You have to sand it down because it still kind of looks rough. And then I put the feet on. The way I put them, I just mixed a little tiny bit resin. This is the KS casting resin that I had, and just attached all the 4 feet. Just a little. I mean, you can use clear glue for it. You can use the E6000 glue. I couldn't find mine. I was pretty sure I had it, but I think I ran out. So I decided to go with the resin. But really, any glue, you can use any glue which, bonds really well. For E6000, if you have very smooth surface, you might need to sand it just a little bit, so it attaches really well, and then you put the glue on the feet, and then you put the glue on the platter itself, so it bonds, and put something on top, something flat, and then you put something on top. And then that's pretty much done. Just let it be for a couple of days. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you'll create one for yourself.